I did not come back to the model table last night. I was spending the late afternoon and evening trying to figure out why it was that my video was stretched in YouTube. In other words, it was widescreen. YouTube was displaying it as 22 by 9 instead of 16 by 9. And I'm sure you all noticed that. Now, it didn't mean that the 22 by 9 wasn't watchable. In fact, if you remember 15, 20 years ago when they first came out with those big screen TVs that were actually standard shape, I guess you'd call it 4 by 5 for the basic size that the televisions were for like 60 years. And to display your image, they used to stretch it out into widescreen, and I could never figure out why they did that, but they did. Fortunately, those did not last. I can't tell you the number of those I saw sitting by the curb. Anyway, so I never did figure out what happened. I know that I did have it happen once before, just over 2 years ago. I think it was somewhere around episode 7, 8, 9, something like that. And anyway, let's not talk about that anymore. I was going to, by the way, the little ladder that we did yesterday, I'm not going to put any more CA on it. I believe that it is fastened good enough. Nobody's going to be bumping at it, protected in here where it is. But I was going to flip this up to put the railing back on. And then I noticed that the place to put the bracket is in a perfect position to glue it on. You know, this little bracket here that we have to remove the pulley from. Excuse me, I hope my voice isn't going to be giving me trouble today. Anyway, let's just recompose here, get the macro lens on, and put the bracket on here. Now, I was just thinking here, we are obviously going to have to remove the pulley in order to get that piece of photo etch, around it, that big oval thing. Maybe we should be cutting that right now and take a look at it. And but if we have the bracket glued in place here, and we have to put the pulley on with the photo etch piece on, I'm wondering if there is more of a danger of bending our photo etch when we try to do it while it's attached to the mast than if maybe we put the photo etch piece on, take the pulley out, put the photo etch piece on, and then attach the thing to the mast with the photo etch attached to it. I'm probably not making too much sense here, but I'm just thinking, what is the best way to not bend the photo etch out of shape? Because I can tell by looking at it that once it gets bent out of shape, I think it's probably going to be really hard to get it back. So anyway, let's just take this off. We have to take it off anyway. And let's take a look at our photo etch piece. Okay, this is it, B49. Now I've already done these 4 tabs here. Whoops. Now you can see if I accidentally kink that, it's going to be almost impossible to get it so that it looks straight again. And now I'm not saying it's not going to happen anyway. I just want to try and do this in the best way possible so as to, not bend it. Okay, I've got the railing glued back on to the platform, and I've got the shackle here bent into shape, basically. And I managed to fold this. It doesn't have a hook on it. It's got another part here that you can see. Maybe you can see it. And I'll put the macro lens on. And I did get it folded out and around and back against itself. Well, I'll put the macro lens on so you can see what I'm talking about here. Okay, I'm trying to get this angle so that you can see where I had to bend this long part that's coming out here back over against itself. Now, this is that photo etch piece that we got a little while ago. And this has to go right in here. And then this has to be... Okay, what I'm thinking is that, do you remember when I glued the hook onto that piece that I broke the other day, and I sort of built it up with CA glue? It almost looked like what's going to look like a weld once it's painted. I'm just wondering, maybe I should do that with CA thin right here, just sort of build up around this, because I'm afraid that this connection here is probably extremely delicate, and at least that's my thinking. Oh, and just for perspective here. Now, I don't have any CA on the applicator yet, but I'm just hoping you can see, well, I'm pretty sure you can, how I can easily envision this breaking. Okay, let's let that cure. And I noticed it stopped raining outside, so let's go and check where we want to hang the bird feeder. Well, as it turned out, it was not anywhere near as nice as I had thought it was. It was kind of almost drizzly out there. Anyway, let's leave this for a nicer day. Or perhaps I can reach it from the inside. That wire was hanging down way higher than I thought it was. Yeah, this didn't turn out as planned. Now, after I came in, I noticed that sitting outside beside my car was a little rabbit. And it had been sitting there for quite a while, kind of still like, so I thought I'd better take a close look at it, which you're now seeing too. And, well, the good news is it has since hopped away, but for a while there, I was wondering if there was something wrong with it. I haven't seen a rabbit sit outside where it's kind of, damp and cold like that before. Now, mind you, they survive the winter, right? Anyway, yeah. Now, I've got to cut this video off. Today is Monday, Wednesday, Friday, I get coffee company. And I've let myself get behind here, so thanks for watching, everybody. And all being well, we'll see you tomorrow.